The modern women tutorials. Cheating dynamics. This has been going on for a long time. Ladies love to argue that, cheating is cheating. Like if it's a monolith, right? As if it's one thing, one particular action that has the exact same, uh, it started off the same, right? Like it has the same reason. They think when guys cheat, it's the same as when they cheat. It is not. That is the point. We don't do things for the same reason. When a guy loves a woman, it's not for the same reason that she loves him. It's for totally different reasons. For totally different reasons. This is why you hear a lot of times, in the world, we're constantly talking about women's appearance, right? How they look. From a scale of 1 to 10, how hot she is. Yeah, because that's what we care about. We don't care that you have a job. We don't care if you got good grades in school. We don't care how much money you got. We don't care. There's some things we care about, like your favorite color and stuff like that. But that's small stuff. What we care about is literally your physical existence. We don't care about your opinions on tacos or whatever. Like, we'll listen to it, but realistically, we don't care because it's your thing. It's your opinion, right? It matters to you, but it doesn't matter to us because it's not our opinion, right? And most guys don't have opinions, like myself. I have facts, not opinions. So this weird idea that when a guy cheats, it's for the exact same reasons that a female cheats is like incorrect. Guys cheat because other females made themselves sexually available. That's why. Oh shit, she wants to have sex with me. Not a problem. But we all know it is a problem, right? Obviously. But when a female cheats, totally different. Why? Because it wasn't, some guy, said he wants to have sex with me. And I was like, oh, sure, why not? No, it was you have a problem with your boyfriend or husband. Something stupid, like maybe he leaves the toilet seat up. And now you're like, you know what? I'm not happy with my man. So because of that feeling, you want someone to make you feel happy. And that's why y'all cheat. Y'all cheat on purpose, not because some guy offered you dick. It's literally because of some other reason. It wasn't because there's an opportunity for you to have sex, because y'all ladies always have opportunities to have sex. Y'all can literally walk outside right now and see some guys out there and be like, hey, which one of y'all want to have sex? And they will all raise their hands. Why? Because for guys, it's just sex. It's not love. It's not respect. It's not admiration. It means nothing more than that. Sex is just sex. Now, granted, for us, sex is, is way of expressing. It's your way of expressing your love to us. We receive it as love. But when we giving you sex, it ain't love. It's when we're taking care of you, protecting you, and caring about some stuff, right? Like your favorite color, favorite food, and stuff like that. Remembering birthdays and stuff like that, anniversaries, things like that, is what guys typically, love, right? The way you smile, the way you annoy them. I do be seeing stories like that where it'd be like a guy where he lost his wife or something like that, and then what he reminisces on is all the little things that he used to complain or used to be a little bit annoying. Those are things he cares about. Those are things he remembers. Her laugh, her constant nagging, things like that. The things that he used to complain when she was there are the things he misses, right? So, because guys and females are totally different, we deal with things differently, right? So cheating for a guy is different than for a female. They don't cheat for the same reason. They cheat for different reasons. And the main thing about guys cheating is that they made a mistake, right? They made a bad decision. They didn't choose to have sex with another woman because they wanted to, like it was a choice. No, it was an opportunity. And they made a bad decision, right? Did I say choice? I meant to say they didn't do it out of emotions, right? They didn't cheat because of their emotions, right? It was an opportunity, and they made a bad decision. Something I always say is that a real man would ask for permission. He wouldn't just go and take the opportunity just because it presented itself. Plus, most guys, like myself, have these options, have ladies offering. So, since I'm used to being offered, it's easier for me to say no. But you have to understand, most guys, they don't get the offered sex a lot. So because of it, when the opportunity presents itself, they're going to take advantage of it. Just like women don't get offered millions of dollars on a daily basis, but as soon as somebody offers $1 million, they'll be quick to take it, right? But here's the thing. Y'all ladies are constantly offered sex. Guys are always offered work, which is always funny, right? People always want us to do things, always asking us to do things. Hey, can you do this? Can you drive me here? Can you do this? Hey, you got money? Give money. People are always asking us for stuff to benefit them, right? It's very rare for anyone to offer a guy something, right? Usually y'all want things from us, not the other way around. Then, like I said, for ladies, y'all constantly being offered stuff. Cars, trips around the world, dick, like y'all constantly being offered stuff. So y'all got way more privileges and get way more benefits than guys do, which also leads to y'all have way more opportunities to cheat because you have way more guys to cheat with, right? And yes, they're the same guys. The guy you do cheat with cheated with some of your female friends and some other friends. Probably cheated with your mom for all you know. You don't know, right? Because ladies don't like to go around and brag about that they cheated. They tend to lie about it, tend to hide it. They tend to be good at it, right? So there's that. Guys, on the other hand, well, they make the bad decision to cheat. Part of it was because the chick said she won't tell. She'll keep it a secret, so you trusted her. Well, that's a fail, right? Because more likely, as soon as she gets emotional, right, anger, feelings, she's going to snitch on you, right? She's going to tell your girlfriend or wife that you had sex with her out of spite, or that was her whole plan. She offered you sex because she wanted you to say yes. She gave you sex, and now she's going to use it to ruin your relationship on purpose. You fell right into her trap. Another thing about the cheating thing is the ladies that offer sex, right, that the guys end up cheating with, typically they're in relationships. Most guys tend to be single if they have sex with a female that's in a relationship. But when a female is having sex with a guy that's in a relationship, they're usually in a relationship themselves. Sometimes they're in 2-3 relationships, right? Because again, y'all have more access to sex, more access to guys, because the male species, our primary function is sex, right? Wanting it, right? Biologically, not choice-wise, but biologically, we need the sex for stress relief, of course, reproduction. We're designed to always be ready. Because you got to understand the biology. Guys, since women, they have their, cycles, right? And when they do get pregnant, it takes 9 months type thing for them to, typically to have kids. Because of that dynamic, women have to have less sex, right? Because of reproduction, right? So you get pregnant, Obviously, you gotta wait 9 months until the next time you have sex. Typically, most people don't abide by that, but I'm just saying biologically that's the case. Typically, so until a woman is fertile, that's what they call it. Until she's fertile, she ain't interested in sex. You know, unless she really likes a guy, and she's like, oh, I really like him. I'm gonna let him use me to get his nut off, right? But typically, when y'all really want to have sex, right, it's when y'all biologically need to have sex, which is to reproduce. Like, a guy has to be ready to reproduce 24/7. That's the difference. We're constantly horny. I like to use the Hulk analogy, right? He's always angry. So at any moment in time, he just gets a little bit angrier, bang, he turns into the Hulk. And that's the same thing with guys. We don't control our horniness. It's not like we're like, oh, she's attractive. You know what? I choose to be horny. And then we get horny. No, it doesn't work that way. We wish, because we would definitely turn it off a lot of the times. But that's the thing. We don't choose when we're horny. Now, we could obviously have self-control, right? Practice, self-control practice, trying to turn it off through some mental exercises, through some mental visualization of something that will make us less horny. So, but on average, most guys don't reduce their horniness, especially when women are walking around constantly sexual. That's another conversation. The way women dress, the effect it has on us psychologically, because it does trigger our horniness. But anyway, thing is, back to the women cheating more, or well, they do cheat more, but it was the fact that men and women cheat differently, right? Not men and women, males and females, because men and women don't cheat. It's males and females that cheat because of their immaturity, which is why most guys don't turn down sexual offers, and then most females don't restrain from offering sexual opportunities, because again, you can't have sex unless a female chooses to. She has to want sex for sex to happen. Guys always want sex because of our biology. We're always horny is what I'm saying by wanting. It's like we're always horny. So we're always ready for sex. So we're always waiting for when the females are ready. So when a female is ready to have sex, all right, that's when sex is going to happen, when she's ready. So it always goes back to her because it's biology. Now, are there exceptions? Are there people who biologically don't get horny all the time? Lucky them. But for the rest of us, on average, we're horny 24/7, right? Which, of course, does suck. But there's going to be some exceptions. Just like there's some females who really, really, really love to have sex 24/7, right? I think it's called nymphomaniac or something like that. Anyway, point is, there's women who really, really like to have sex all the time, right? They have a high sex drive, as they call it. But most chicks don't. See, on average, most chicks don't want to have sex 24/7. They want to have fun and travel and do things 24/7, but not necessarily sex. Sex is once in a while type of thing they want to do. Guys, for us, is different. For us, it's 24/7 sex, and then everything else is just here and there, right? Work, video games, traveling, reading a book, whatever. Like that literally comes secondary to us coming, right? So you have to understand that how our bodies work. Part of the information that we put out there, the reason why these videos exist, is to understand both sides. Is to understand how the male body works and how the female body works. We are clearly different, but just by the way we look. We're clearly different by the biological tools we have, right? I don't try to tell you ladies how your vagina works, so don't try to tell us guys how our penises work, right? What I'm pointing out is that the difference is that more often than not, the reason y'all ladies feel that, you know, sex is more of a choice, less of a need, more of a want than a need, is because it's from your point of view. From your point of view, yeah, y'all want sex when y'all want it, right? Y'all choose when y'all want sex. But we do not choose when we want sex. It's not a choice for us. Because if we can choose, here's the thing I'm trying to point out. If we could choose when we want to have sex, 90% of the time, we would choose not to have sex. 90% of the time, we would be totally against it. If we can choose. If it wasn't like, oh shit, I'm horny, I gotta do something about it. If we can choose to turn it on and off, we will always turn it off. Keep it off because we got things to do. Thing is, we can't turn it on and off. This is why we have the expression, getting turned on. Even ladies ask, like, what turns you on? Why would you ask me what turns me on? Wouldn't me liking you or being attracted to you or want to have sex with you be a choice of my own? Why would it be turning me on? Why are we saying what turns me on? Oh, it's because it's something involuntary. It's something I don't choose. So what turns me on? Well, you being sexy and naked. Apparently that turns me on. Right? So you want to know what turns me on because you want to deliberately do that thing that turns me on. The thing that makes me turn on against my own will. So if I say skirts turn me on, well, what's going to happen? You're going to start wearing skirts. And what's going to happen? It's going to turn me on. It's going to activate my biology. I'm not choosing it to activate. It's activating because of what you're doing, which is literally you wearing the skirt that turns me on, apparently. Right? Just like, let me see an example. Running water. For some of you ladies don't know, a lot of times when a guy hears like rain or running water, like a faucet, like water, just water running, we hear the sound of water falling. We tend to want to pee. It's some biological, psychological thing. For some reason, when we hear running water, we want to pee. I mean, the number of times I've been in a scenario where it's like, I'm like, suddenly like, I hear water falling. And suddenly he's like, damn, now I need to pee, right? Or it's like, it's raining. Another instance is cold. Extreme cold weather makes us want to piss. That makes a little bit more sense because it's the whole idea that your body is trying to get rid of liquid. Because if the temperature is really cold, cold temperature can crystallize, right? Solidify, turn into ice, liquid. So your body wants to get rid of liquids so that way it reduces the chances of you freezing from the inside. So that scientifically makes a little sense. But I don't know why us hearing rainfall or waterfall, or somebody turns on the water faucet, right, and water falls, we immediately have the urge to piss. Maybe it's just me. No, most of us guys have that experience. Just for example, if we see a guy, get hit in the nuts or something, we all react as if we got hit in the nuts, right? That kind of stuff. So it's a little psychological stuff. The main point here is that the difference of how we do things and how you ladies do things is because of our biology, the way our bodies work, the way our minds work. We don't think the same. We don't work the same. We live in the same planet. Yes, we could have the same job. We could live in the same house. It don't matter. We still gonna be different. I'm very different from my family members, and we grew up together, and I'm very different. There's a lot of similarities. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, I'm the eldest, so they learned a lot from me. So I've set an example. But besides that, there's clear differences, among me and my brothers and among my sisters. So clear differences. But you would obviously see some of the similarities. Same thing goes with life, right? Guys and gals are not the same. So we gotta stop this idea of like, a guy cheated, that means he don't love me. No, that just means he's stupid. Like, Jesus Christ, dude, you could have asked. Because here's the thing you have to understand, from my personal experience anyway, that Most ladies, if you ask, they'll say yes. They'll be okay with it, because the thing is that they rather know. And when I mean personal experience, I mean experience from most of my exes had no problem with the idea of me being with another woman. If anything, one in particular definitely encouraged the idea of me being with other women. I didn't take advantage of that, of course. I'm just saying that she didn't have a problem with it. Right? Everybody's a little different in those regards. But the thing I notice is that whenever I see, especially on podcasts, a lot of times I see ladies when they complain about guys cheating, right? Or the guys they've been with cheated, but it always turns out that they cheated as well. So, they're not little angels. They cheated. But the thing was, their complaint was, it's not that he had sex with another one was the problem. It was that she didn't know. It's that he didn't ask her. He didn't tell her. I'm like looking at him like, so your problem, because every time I see this, I'm like, y'all ladies' problems isn't that he has sex with another one, because y'all don't care. To y'all, him having sex with another one, y'all don't care that he did. It's not that deep for y'all. The problem is that y'all didn't know. If you knew, it would be a different story. But it's the fact that y'all didn't know. It's the problem y'all have. Y'all don't like not knowing. So that's the betrayal that y'all feel, is not knowing that that's happening. So there's more psychological stuff to it, but that's the main thing I've always noticed, that when the ladies complain about guys cheating, it was always the fact that he kept it from them. Oh, he kept it from me. He kept it from me for a couple of years, didn't tell me. And it's like, wait, you're complaining more that he didn't tell you about it and less about the fact that he actually did it. Because here's the thing, when you ask the other question to the ladies of, do you care about a guy's body count? Do you care if a guy has sex, with other women? They usually be like, no, we don't care. It's like, okay, so you don't care that he has sex with other women, or that he had sex with other women, a lot of women before you, or he has sex with other women when he's with you. So then why would cheating be a problem? And it's not the act of cheating, aka sex with another woman, that's the problem. It's always been that, oh, he never told me. He kept it from me. That's the part that these ladies always complain on. I'm just going to refer to these ladies specifically. Most of you ladies out there can be like, oh, no, I have different reasons. Like, all right, fine. You're an exception. This doesn't apply to you, fine. But for most ladies, this does apply. Most ladies, they don't care if a guy cheats. They just care if the guy was honest about it. Because if he lies about it and tries to hide it, that's what they have a problem with. Because if he's upfront with it, it's not a problem. I had a scenario where this was my ex-fiance. I was in the Army at the time. I was overseas. There was a female soldier in my barracks. She kissed me on the cheek. It was unexpected, and she was doing it to spite somebody, because she was in relations with someone else. My Army buddy, and he was a little disrespectful towards me. So she tried to prove a point that I am desirable, because he was trying to say I'm not desirable. So she tried to prove a point that I am desirable, and she kissed me, right, to prove a point. I told my fiance at the time that happened. Yes, to her it was a big deal, but it wasn't that big of a deal because of the fact that at least I was honest about it. So at first it was a big deal, and she definitely tried to make it seem like it was my fault. It's like, what? I didn't do anything. I'm the victim in this scenario. What are you talking about? Trying to make it seem like I victimized the woman. Like, no, she kissed me. It was only on the cheek. But the point is, she kissed me. Unprovoked. I was just minding my own business. If anything, I was being insulted when that happened. So I was distracted by the insult. But anyway, so I'm the victim in this scenario, right? But she trying to make it seem like I'm the bad guy. typical. But ultimately, it didn't matter. She didn't make a big deal. She didn't break up with me over it because it wasn't that deep. Because logically, yeah, of course it wasn't that deep. But that's the thing. It's more about, not knowing that hurts the ladies more than the actual thing. Now, I'm not saying that cheating is okay. I'm not trying to justify it or condone it or any of that nonsense, because I do agree that cheating is cheating, because cheating means you didn't have permission. Now, it's not cheating if you ask for permission and she's like, yeah, go ahead and have sex with another woman, and you do. That's not cheating. Some people would disagree and be like, no, that is cheating. Okay, then you just want everything to be cheating. But realistically, cheating is just that, is you have sex with someone else without permission of your significant other. That's what that is. Which is why I always say real men and women don't cheat, but this is why they don't cheat. Because one, they'll just ask for permission. If they're interested in bringing somebody else into the bedroom, they will ask. Like literally, you hear stories like that about, oh, I wanted to spice up our sex life, so I got my husband a threesome. Like, yeah, because it's not that big a deal if both people are involved. It's only a problem. It's only cheating if one person didn't know. That's it, right? Because it just goes back to the idea of consent, right? So if you don't agree with your significant other having sex with someone else, all right, that's fair. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But again, guys and gals, don't cheat for the same reasons. But keep in mind that if you choose a guy who's very popular with the ladies, the likelihood of him cheating because of opportunities, not because he wants to, because of opportunities. Because realistically, if he wants to be with a whole bunch of women, logically, a guy would just rather stay single and have sex with a whole bunch of women. See, because here's the difference between guys and gals. We do not care about relationships. We do not care about the whole boyfriend-girlfriend thing. We do not care about the whole husband and wife thing, right? We don't care like the marriage, right? We don't care about the relationship aspect. We do care about you, of course. We care to be with you, to have sex with you, of course. But the relationship, the idea that we're boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband and wife, that's for you, not for us. Just like weddings are not for us, it's for you, right? These are the things y'all ladies want. This is why sex is not a big deal for y'all, but it is a big deal for us. So if we're in a marriage with no sex, it's a problem. You can be in a marriage with no sex and it won't be a problem. That's the part of the difference between men and women, right? Males and females. Y'all can be in a sexless marriage and be A-okay with it. There are exceptions. Some ladies will be like, no, I gotta have sex in marriage. Yeah, fine. Holler at me. You're my type, right? But on average, most ladies, they'll offer sex at the beginning of the relationship because they're trying to get that marriage. Once they get that ring, boom, the booty gets, they lock the pussy away. Sexless marriage, that's bullshit. That's not what he signed up for. That's not what he wants. He only agrees to the relationship because of sex. That's just the honest truth. Once you start denying this sex, right? Because again, y'all ladies have control of sex, not us. So when y'all start denying it, don't be surprised. He starts going elsewhere because, again, it's a need. It's like literally denying a hungry person food. It's like you might think that, oh, no, it's not a need. It's something y'all want. No. We need it. Biologically, we need it. We don't say we need it when it's just a want. Us wanting sex is not the same thing as us wanting a Lamborghini or a nice house, right? Not a house, because a house is more of a need, it's a shelter, a yacht or something, or some skateboard or something. Like, these are things we can live without, right? Because because we don't have a constant biological need for it. See, food we need. Sex, like I said, especially for guys, we need. That's all I'm saying. It's a scientific fact. We need sex. This is why we do things for it. This is why you got a whole bunch of simps out there sending money to these women on OnlyFans, making them millionaires because they want sex. Not want, I meant because they need sex, but they can't get it. That's unfortunate for them. Of course, we definitely should fix that. But the point is that that's why there's 80% of guys that are virgins. It's not because they choose to be. It's because they can't get the sex. Because again, who chooses sex? Ladies, repeat it after me. You do. Literally, you do. Because here's the thing, if guys can choose sex, there would be no 80% guys being virgins. It'd be 100% of guys not being virgins. It wouldn't be no 80%. The fact that I even hear that it's 80%, like, damn, 80%. I could believe 30%, but 80%? Damn. Really? Females are really being picky, with the guys they have sex with, so they only have sex with 20% of guys. That's a very small amount of dudes y'all choosing to have sex with, which means y'all having sex with a lot of the same guys. That's why it's not surprising when I see videos of guys with like 30 baby moms. Yeah, 30 women had sex with the same one guy. Make that make sense. Think about that. 30 women shared one penis. So again, you're all the ones who choose. And in that scenario, 30 women chose that one dude. And then of course the dude was a piece of shit. On top of that, it's like, damn, he wasn't even a good dude. He was a total douchebag. And 30 women chose the douchebag. The piece of shit. When it could have chose 30 awesome dudes. Awesome guys. Really, really good men. But no, they chose this same piece of shit. Oh well, that's on them. That's their problem. Hopefully they watch my videos and get better. Because that is ridiculous. For 30 women to choose the same douchebag. The same guy that don't respect them or give a fuck about them. But y'all keep choosing that same shitty dude. But then you'll talk to a guy like me and then be like, oh, men ain't shit. Y'all be doing this, that, this. I don't know what you mean by y'all, because I'm not included in that. I'm not that guy that you're complaining about. I'm not the douchebag they got 30 women pregnant and don't care about them. That's not me. Shit, if I got 30 women pregnant, I will care about them. Take good care of them and everything. I wouldn't be like that douchebag. But again, y'all ladies are the ones choosing him over choosing something better. But well, that's the end of the video.